Hey team, it's me Nerve again, solutions consultant here at Abacum, and today we're going to look at Abacum's modeling. So we're in the modeling tab, and you can see there's a whole plethora of different models within here, right? You get your primary models like your P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, your secondary models like your billings, collections, commissions. Then also you have like your ad hoc model components here as well, right? What's nice about Abacum is we don't fit you into a box. You can have as many models and many varieties of models as your heart desires, right? What's nice about Abacum is think of this as like your Excel tabs with your different models, but it's not as chaotic as that. It's basically you still get the same flexibility with structure. I know that's a bit of a juxtaposition, but let me dive a bit deeper into that. So let's say I go into my P&L model, right? Lovely. So right off the bat, you'll notice it just looks like your standard Excel, 2 months of actuals, 10 months of forecast, right? Nothing too crazy here. These are your versions. So you can see we're right now in our active version, which is 2 plus 10. I have my 1 plus 11, so on and so forth as well. Underneath the version, you have your scenarios. So each version could have its 1 plus 11, 2 plus 10, could have its own scenarios, right? So 1 plus 11 could have your best case, worst case, 2 plus 10 could have your best case, worst case, so on and so forth, right? There's no limitation on either of those, right? Versions or scenarios. Very good. So then this is what we call variables. So think of variables like your name rows and columns, your name ranges in Excel, but instead of just a range, you can actually name a formula, right? So for example, if I create revenue here, my colleagues don't have to recreate revenue elsewhere, right? They can literally reference my revenue in my model to their model. So that way there won't be two versions of revenue, it'll be a single version of revenue, right? Very good. So I'm going to turn on one more button here. It's called the formulas button. So when I turn that on, you'll notice 2 new columns got added. So basically what's lovely about this is your column with your formulas that dictate all your logic for your actuals. This is the column with the formulas that dictates all the logic for your scenarios. So this column can be changed by version, right? So right now I'm referencing forecast, it's forecast here. The benefit of this is you don't have to maintain logic at each cell level anymore, right? So you're probably wondering, okay, this is fine. Revenue is okay, but I want to see this in detail. That's where we activate dimensions, right? So think of dimensions as your categories of data. So if I go and look at my dimensions that's active, select revenue, you'll notice that revenue variable is broken down by entity, product, level 3, so on and so forth, right? So I'm going to go in here, click on that drop down, and you'll notice essentially all those different levels of detail within here. And you just have to add the formula to the parent. It'll automatically cascade down to the children as well. What's really nice about this is when there's new components that get added to your source system. So for example, say a new entity gets added, the logic will automatically go through. You don't have to maintain this. For the forecast side of things, you can reference another model. You can create logic within here as well. So right now over here, I've referenced another model. So let's say you want to go and see, okay, where is that model coming from? You can go click here, say show variable diagram, right? And it'll tell you where the model is coming from all the way back to its source, right? Same thing with actuals. You can go click on your actuals over here and you can see, okay, where's my actuals coming from? You can see it's coming from my GL Spain, consolidated, and so on and so forth, right? It's quite lovely actually being able to trace your precedence and dependence with a click of a button. Very good. So there's a whole bunch of other features we can dive into, team. But if this is of some interest to you and you're keen to explore your own use case, book a demo and I'm more than happy to dive into your use case and discuss this further. Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to speaking to you again.